You ever come alive in the nighttime and be hit with a stroke of genius? And I saw Satan fall like lightning from heaven. That type shit. Let's go. Guys, I just watched Rain Man for the first time. I was so disappointed. Not to say it wasn't a good movie, guys, before I start this, but I'm just gonna say thank God I am not doing movie reactions yet, because I was like, okay. I expected more, or maybe I was just disappointed because like there's a Charlize Theron movie that I watched, I think the night before, like last night, and that one was so disappointing. Not only because the movie sucked, but because Charlize Theron was actually in this trash ass movie, and it was prime Charlize Theron. You know, how do you Americans say it? You know, in terms of South Africa, we just say Charlize Theron. You know. But yeah, I was like, bro, of all the things that I've seen you in, woman, why would you be in this trash ass? Like, you are a, like, hi, you know what, let me stop. Hello, YouTube, my name is Riz Ill. I'd like to welcome you back to my channel, and today, I'm going to be reacting to Rodney Dangerfield for the first time. This is purely a research thing. I just, like, was looking for comedians who I could react to, in terms of like mixing it up, you know, not to react to the same comedian, same old, or to just rush into my music reactions. Maybe I should turn this into a strictly like a entertainment reaction channel where I react to maybe comedy, music, dance, you know, just performance art and stuff like that, you know, because it seems like we headed in that direction. Who knows? Let's just get to it.
What a crowd, how beautiful. Beautiful, okay. And you know me, I love crowds, you know that. I mean, when I was a kid, my house was always crowded, always people around. You know, I come from a big old-fashioned, hard-working, stupid family, that's what I come from. What a dumb family I got. Well, last week I looked up my family tree, 2 dogs were using it. I don't know. I'll tell you, lately, nothing's going right, you know? I mean, I'm gaining weight. I can't stay in a diet. Last week, I went nuts. I tried the rice diet. You're kidding? Between meals, kept folding my shirts. I mean, I can't relax, you know? The other night, my nightclub, I felt like having a few drinks over to the bartender. I said, surprise me. He showed me a naked picture of my wife. No, I tell you, last week was a rough week for me. I broke up my psychiatrist, too, last week. He told me I'm going crazy. I said to him, if you don't mind, like a second opinion. He said, all right, you're ugly, too. And then he told me to lay in a couch face down. I tell you, when I was a kid, I knew it was ugly. When I was born, the doctor, he smacked my mother. And my old man, he made me feel ugly. Well, on Halloween, he sent me out as is. He did a lot of things, my old man. One year, he tried to make me a poster boy for birth control. I'll tell you, I went through a lot of things when I was a kid. You know, the kids all made fun of me, made fun of my cousin, too. They called him Four Eyes. And later on, he got glasses, then they call him Eight Eyes. I'll tell you, my block, the kids were tough. All over my face, I had pimples. And they used to grab me and play connect the dots. I tell you, sometimes I can't take it no more. I mean, I don't get no respect at all. Every time I get in an elevator, the operator says the same thing to me. Basement? That's the same thing in my own house, no respect. My boy's birthday last week, had a little party, brought out the cake. The kid blew out all the candles. I said to him, I hope your wish comes true. He said, if it does, that's the last time you'll watch me blow out candles. What a smart kid I got. And my wife, she's no better than the rest of them, my wife. I mean, with my wife, how do you think I feel? I mean, she kisses a dog on the lips and she won't drink from my glass.
That's some white people shit. That is some white people. That is a running joke amongst like races that are. But what is like 100% white? You know what? What? Wait, before I say what I had to say, like what like particular country of people or whatever are 100% white? Like British, uh, Polish, Swedish. But that is 1 minute. That is some white people shit. A lot of people say that all the time about like white people, like you guys, like you'll be so loving of like animals and like you love your dog is so important to you, 1 2 3 4 5, and then you'll treat humans in the like in the reverse way. And not to say that humans aren't also like other races don't also treat people like bad or trash way, or maybe with racism or whatever, but it's just like with us other races we are not as should I say, okay, let me talk about like us black people. We're not as kind or one with animals as you guys. We are a little bit more firm and keep more of like we are here and you there. Whereas white people, they put dogs on the same level as humans and shit. So yeah, yeah, that's I've heard that running joke numerous times about about white people. Yeah, your wife is white, definitely. Yeah.
And I tell you, the first time I made love to my wife, that was a beauty too. I got curious. I said to her, how many guys been before this? Yeah, she looked at me. She said, not enough to make up for this. Great crowd.
Great crowd, that's
Great,
right.
beautiful people out there, you know. Beautiful nights, you know. How you been, Johnny? All
I'm
right?
fine, Rodney. You told
Good.
me back in makeup you had a cold, but it didn't bother you. Does it bother you? It doesn't seem to bother you working.
Well, a cold always bothers you. No one knows it when you have a cold, but it bothers you. You know,
Yeah.
it bothers the person who. What do you want to do? A dramatic lecture here in a cold? I have no cold jokes at all.
Maybe it's the swine flu or something.
Smile. I got the shot too. I took the shot.
Did you?
Oh yeah, the doctor gave me the shot, and back in New York when I was working at a club there, the club is still there. Things are going good. 7 years now, Dangerfield. You know, 7 years, and things are going real good. You know, I finally paid off the ice machine. Yeah. But it's always nice to come out here. You got such beautiful girls here
You
in
like it out in
California.
California,
Lovely
huh?
girls, boy, oh boy, I tell you, lovely girls.
Yeah, they are.
The last time I was out here, I met a beautiful girl. She was a fortune teller, you know.
Oh?
And she read my palm and asked me for $5. And then she read my mind and asked me for $50. Now, I'll tell you what, girls, you gotta watch yourself, Johnny.
I know
You
you
gotta watch
do.
yourself
You
with
bet.
girls. Met a girl last week, told me she was Scorpio. Found out she spent 4 years under Leo. Well, that's enough about girls,
Enough
okay?
about girls,
No,
huh?
girls lead to sex. Don't hit to sex. I'll tell you the truth, Johnny, with sex, I had it up to here. Not lately, though, you know. I gotta call. You gotta count your blessings, though,
Yeah.
Johnny. You gotta count your blessings.
That's right.
I'm doing okay today. I've been broke all my life, you know.
You got a little money now, huh?
I'm doing okay, holding my own, doing all right, you know what I mean? But I was a kid, I had nothing, I was poor. Oh, was I poor when I was a kid? You got no idea. I was so poor, my rich uncle died in a will. I owed him $20.
That's poor.
Yeah. My uncle, he was a lazy guy, though. Who was he lazy? Oh, gee. He was so lazy, he married a girl who was pregnant. He was lazy. That's too lazy. That's too lazy. And lazy's no good. It's not healthy. And that's the whole thing, health.
Health's important.
Gotta take care of your health, Johnny. Your health. I'm getting old. I gotta watch myself, really. I'm getting old. And it's so tough you get old to take care of yourself. I mean, I know I'm getting old.
Huh?
But the last time I was in Las Vegas, I played a slot machine. 3 prunes came up.
That's a tip-off. What's your doctor friend tell you to do?
My doctor friend, we'll get to him later on.
Oh, I see. You want to talk about him now, huh?
We'll get to the doctor. You know, we got a few things to say about him, too. But the thing is, you got to meet the right people.
Right people are important.
I meet the wrong people, Johnny. I always meet the wrong. Last week, I met the Surgeon General. He offered me a cigarette. You got to do what my friend the doctor does. You mean Dr. Vinny Boombox?
That's the one. That's the one.
Yeah,
Dr. Vinny Boombox.
He keeps away from people. Goes out in his boat alone, stays in his boat, as old as riding on a boat. Wait, it's like this new book is all about boats.
Oh, what's it called?
Oh, great book, great book. It's called Should a Man Buy a Yacht If His Girlfriend Laughs at His Dinghy?
I think I read that.
It's a great, great book. It's coming out soon. It's very fine, you know. I can't relax. That's my trouble.
Really?
I can't relax.
Tense, all tense, huh?
It's always tense. Can't relax.
Tense,
I got
tense.
a dog home, drives me nuts, too. I tell you, I got a dog. My dog makes me feel like I'm dirty, you know? He jumps in my bed, and he smells it for an hour before he lays down. I tell you, my dog, I can't figure him out.
Yeah?
And the other day, I took him for a walk the other night.
Yeah.
He did number 3. I don't know. Pick a topic, Johnny. What do you want to talk about? How can I tell you? You got to relax, though. I don't sleep good at all lately myself.
Trouble
I don't sleep.
insomnia?
I tell you, I don't think. Dreams every night.
Yeah, what
Had
do
a
you
bad dream last
Oh,
night.
what was that about?
Well, last night, my dream last night, I took a walk down memory lane.
Uh-huh.
And my wife was working it. It was a very, very bad dream. Very bad dream.
That can
last
make you
night.
wake up.
Oh,
Yeah.
I woke right up. I tell you, my wife, she drives me nuts anyway. Always wants me to take her out to classy restaurants.
Oh.
I don't like them. They're too fancy. You want to go to the men's room? Never says men's room. They got signs like Romeo, Juliet, Anthony, Cleopatra. You don't know your history, you end up with a kidney condition. You know? But I'll tell you, nobody has it easy in life, Johnny.
That's right.
Nobody. I talk to people all over the place. Nobody. A lot of people, I feel sorry for short people.
Why's
you know?
that?
Well, when it rains, they're the last ones to know about it. Oh, I tell you, sometimes around short people, I get very uncomfortable. Very.
Very uncomfortable
Like
around
the
short
last
people?
time I went to a health spa, I was standing there naked. And a very short guy told me I looked terrific. A very short guy.
In a health spa, naked.
I'm happy he didn't shake hands with me. I tell you. That's a good line. I wish I had more of that. You know, I tell you,
We got to keep them on the road. We'll be right back. Stay where you are.
Shit. Okay, that was Rodney Dangerfield. I've reacted to him now for the first time. I think I know him. I think I saw him in one movie. That's the first thing I'll say. Second thing I'll say is I sort of have to thank God. Like I have to thank God that most of my life, most of my life, I've paid so much attention to America that I know a lot of what he's talking about because one thought that went through my mind before this video ended was a lot of people from where I'm from or whatever, both in Kenya and South Africa, might not get some of this humor because they weren't as honestly as a child as obsessed with America as I was, you know, and the American dream and all of that, and American living and like all of that stuff that I used to like watch in movies and like dream about and fantasize about, not only in terms of like modern day America, but like 70s, 80s, 90s America, even 60s and 50s, minus the racism, because it wasn't a good place for people of color. Let's just say that. But yeah, this thing, the way he did his set, actually reminded me of Goodfellas, in one of the scenes in Goodfellas when I forgot his name, man, the main character. But when Ray Liotta's character, he's Henry Hill, right? Henry Hill took Francine out on their first date. Yeah, I know my mafia movies, guys. I love my mafia movies. Godfather, Chef's Kiss. But anyways, when Henry Hill took Francine out on I think their first date or so, their first official date, and then they went, and then they watched a comedy show, and the comedian was like doing jokes just like this way. It was like one line is like, "Take my wife, please," and everyone is laughing and all of that. I guess in that time, one-liners were a popular form of comedy before storytelling and all these different things started going into telling jokes and comedy. And that's one of the wonderful things about performance art. Everything from the time it's born, whether it's a form of music, a form of comedy, whatever it is, even jesting back in the day in medieval era, jesters, they're probably the earliest comedians in human history. It always evolves as time goes by, and you can see like the evolution from how different comedians used to do some things. I even like I started watching the Gracie Allen show after I read George Burns's biography dedicated to. I didn't even know who they were. I just got this book by chance in primary school from a teacher that's not with us anymore. R.I.P. Mr. Suraj Bali. He was handing out novels and he gave me this one and it had like four novels in it, and in one of them was the biography of like Gracie Allen, and I like read about them and their life and everything, and then I decided to like watch the show and everything. And yeah, he reminds me of a little bit of like George Burns's style of comedy. I know a lot, guys. I know a lot. So yeah, man, a lot of his style reminded me of that, and I like this, man. I like this. I wasn't bored. I didn't have to force myself to like get into it. He's very talented. I'm sure I know him from somewhere. You know, some movie or whatever. He played some fat guy. But yeah, man. Shout out to Rodney Dangerfield, and this was nice. And in terms of even the way they did this in terms of the show and everything, I guess back then you just like get the comedian to come and then you just like set him up for him to just continue telling more jokes and more jokes to promote himself, which is really nice. But that's been me. Thank you for joining me today. Sorry for saying all the time. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the post notifications, and I'd like to thank you once again for being here with me. You guys take care.
True facts. I fantasize about being dipped in Diablo, the slick image of the illest killer, the Pablo, the slick finish with no gimmicks, rival Picasso. I diminish, there's no